For today's lesson, we're going to learn how to draw a Stegosaurus. Okay, so to start this, like any drawings, we're just going to start with some very light planning lines, some basic shapes and lines. So I'm going to start just with the body, just start sketching out a very light oval. Just light, I'm just working on it just to try and get that shape right. Something like that, very light, so I can rub it out if I need to. Okay, so just get the neck in, we'll just start maybe with a line, maybe two lines like this, maybe just a line that connects down here just to get that. All right, let's just work out the head. The head will be another, go here somewhere, just with a smaller oval, and we'll just put in a curving shape just to get an idea of where that sort of the mouth part will go. Okay, let's put where the tail might go. Tail will come down, maybe curve. I might change this in a minute, but we'll just do it light just to get a rough idea. Something like that. Okay, let's just work out these legs now. The legs will come sort of down, maybe there, maybe something like this. Okay, and now I'm just going to thicken this up. Something like this. I'm just doing this very, very lightly so I can rub things out along the way. If I make any mistakes, I can change things. Okay, just add that back leg, something like that, just to get it started. Okay, now we'll put a back leg in. I'll just add a line that comes down, something like that for the back leg, and we'll put in a front leg. Something like that. Just going to rub out these lines now so I don't really need them. Okay, so just getting this basic shape. Remember, these lines are super light so I can change things, rub things out along the way. Okay, let me just sort of work on this for a minute just so I'm happy. Even put in just a little mouth. Okay, just go over my lines just to be sure that I'm happy with how it's looking. Even some toes in there, a bit like an elephant. Okay, all right, now let's have a think about where this eye might go. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, all right, now these, what makes a Stegosaurus is these things on its back. So they got these kind of interesting shapes. So let's just sketch one out just to see if we can get this right. Okay, let's add some more. Sort of like a diamond type shape, I guess. Fill this in with some diamond shapes. here. Okay, and they got these spikes at the end, so we'll put some long spikes. Okay, something like that. Okay, I'm just going to have these sort of lines in it too. Now, we need to sort of fill up a row of these, so we'll just we'll put some behind as well, just by filling that same shape from behind. Okay, something like that. Okay, starting to look like a Stegosaurus. I think maybe his head's a bit thinner, a bit thick. I might make that a bit thinner. Let's change that a little bit. Not quite happy with that. Let's make his mouth a tiny bit thinner. Okay. Something like that. I'm not sure. I've never seen a Stegosaurus in the wild, so I'm not 100% sure. Okay, all right, now we've got the basic shape. So now we're going to introduce this shading and make it look like a Stegosaurus. So we're just going to keep working on these lines, but now I'm just going to just give it some just light shading. I want this whole thing to be grey to start with. So I'm just using these really light pencil lines because I just want to get some lead on there, just so that I can smudge it to make it grey. I'm going to do mainly the bottom part darker. And I'm just going to smudge that in now, just to give me some grey. Smudging it through so it feels. Okay, all right, now I've got a bit of grey, I can work with that. I'll just use a little bit of smudging in here as well. I'm not going to go too dark here because I want these to kind of be fairly light. And I'm going to use my rubber to tidy up things at the end as well. Okay, now that I've got that that grey smudged in, I just want to, that's my sort of, I guess, my middle tone. Now I just want to make some lighter areas and darker areas. So I'll just sharpen up some of my lines. I might just make it a bit darker on this side. Just like I'm doing like a 3D shape here, like a cylinder or something, just darkening up sides just to give it that roundness. Now it's going to be darker here on this back leg because it's in the shadow. A bit lighter as it comes down. Now I've sort of gone over the edge here, but I'll clean that up in a minute. Just keep those lines, I don't want to lose those lines. Just going to darken up this back leg because that again would be sort of more in the shadow there. Just smudge that in. Just a bit of dark under his tummy. Just darken that up. And we'll just darken this leg up a little bit, just to give it a bit of tone. Okay, and just neaten up those lines. Okay, just darken up, keep our lines. All right, that looks okay. So let's get these spikes looking good. I'll just go around his head. Okay, so now we just need to fill these in, add those little sort of feature lines. Keep the shape of that back there. Now see, just making sure that these plates on the back here sort of goes over that line. Okay, just a bit of dark under the tail here. And I'm just shading this very, very lightly. Smudge it in, just to get that darkness. Maybe a little bit dark under the neck here too, on the other side. Okay, I'll just fill that eye in. And maybe these spikes at the background, maybe they just need to be a bit darker too. Just because they're behind, probably in the shadow. It'll make these front ones stand out a little bit more too. So I'm just going to lightly shade those. Okay, that looks pretty cool. All right, now I think this is really important. We just need to see how there's lots of smudging that's gone over the lines here. So I just want to get my rubber now and just really tidy that up. Just go around the whole dinosaur, the whole picture, and just really neaten up any of those smudges, or anything that just doesn't belong there really. And just neaten it up. I think this can make all the difference. Okay, and I'm just going to give it some, just a few little sort of lines here, just to give it a bit of, you know, not perfectly smooth, so, you know, just a few little lines, just to make it not quite so perfect. A few little dots. Okay, and just a bit of shadow, a bit of ground to be walking on. I mean, you could add trees or background mountains or volcanoes or anything really. This would be, you could turn this into like an amazing scene. But for today, I'm just going to concentrate on the dinosaur. There we go, and a bit of ground. And there we go. That is, I think, a pretty cool looking Stegosaurus. In fact, I think that's the first Stegosaurus I've ever drawn, and I'm quite happy with it. There we go, give it a go yourself. Remember, keep your pencil nice and sharp. Use your rubber, use it to make some sort of highlights and lines. You can highlight the legs a little bit like this. But have some fun with it. Keep playing around with it till you get it right, till you're happy with it. And I'm sure you can create a really cool picture. Good luck.